before you guys eat dessert, your dad and I wanted to give these to you because
we got it.
You guys are going to space camp this summer, both of you, the same week.
Oh gosh.
Wait, same week?
Yes, open it up, see what's inside.
It's astronaut Iceberg. Oh cool, space camp shirts.
And Natalie, you're going to be in space camp, and Isabella, you're going to be in space academy. So you'll be in two different camps. Yeah, they wear the same size.
Oh gosh.
Is that exciting? Are you excited to go hang out at space camp?
I think the red and the blue are reflective.
So these are your backpacks you can take with you, and now you guys have 3 shirts, at least 3 shirts that you can wear as well.
So, are we allowed to use these before space camp, or are these like before
Yes,
space
you can use that before space camp. That was just extra. They're going to give you a logbook too.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna give you one of those suits. You know?
A flight suit.
Oh gosh.
Hey there, it's Di, and welcome to my vlog. So today we're going to be talking all about surprising the girls to go to space camp. So I was super excited about this. So we live in the Huntsville region, so it's somewhere that's close for us. But the girls were both surprised with the trip to space camp this summer, to the week-long overnight camp. And this was really special because I went to space camp as a child. I went in 1997 and 1998, and also I've gone back as an adult. And it was just a really incredibly special thing to be able to surprise them with this. So I have some clips that I wanted to share, but I wanted to share also some of the items that they brought with them and kind of just give you a little bit of an update because we've been busy diving into our summer. Hopefully you're having a great start to your summer as well. We'll be having some vlogs coming up here quickly and some travel, different vlogs as well. But here is a quick look at dropping them off at space camp.
Very heavy door. That's called under. Mom.
Yeah, just go straight down the hallway.
How do you know what room? Okay, so we gotta go to.
Luckily, both girls were able to go the same week. This really could not have worked out any better. So Isabella was in Space Academy, which was for 12 to 14-year-olds. Natalie was in Space Camp, the classic space camp that was ages 9 to 11. And so they were in 2 different camps, but they did see each other a couple times a week. They were in 2 different dormitories, so they weren't staying in the same spot or anything like that. But Isabella was in one big room with a number of girls in there. And Natalie was in the habitat with a smaller room and a smaller number of girls, and it worked out really, really great for both of them. So prior to them going to camp, I got them these backpacks, which are really, really durable, and they're planning on using these next year as well. But you can see that it has like kind of the padded straps and everything, and a number of different pockets so they can put all their stuff inside. So this was something I was really glad that I got them, and it's one of the items that you can add on and have like waiting for them when they arrive. So this is something that I think was definitely worth getting. And I also tucked down inside a couple of t-shirts I shared on my Instagram surprising them, and there was a couple t-shirts inside, and they definitely wore those while they were there, and actually a couple times and a number of times since then as well. But one of the things, there's a whole packing list that Space Camp has, but one of the things that both girls needed was a combination lock. So this was really interesting because we actually had to do like trials of them learning how to do a combination lock, because this was the first time that they'd ever had a combination lock or really ever needed it for anything. So we got them both their own locks, and they learned how to lock and unlock it in the whole series and all of that, because that was one of the interesting things that came out of COVID. Even though Isabella's in middle school, they stopped using the lockers during COVID, and they have never restarted using them. So this was the first time for both kids to ever use a combination lock. They actually picked it up fairly quickly, but we started practicing on that about a week and a half before their camp, and that was a really good thing to give them some practice, so that way they knew how to lock and unlock their lock for their respective lockers in their different dormitories to keep their stuff safe. On the way in, I got both girls had a laundry bag, and I actually tucked all of their sheets and pillows and all of their things, towels that they needed to bring down inside those. That worked out really, really well, but the one thing I say that I would change, if we ever were flying in the future and they needed to bring, you know, sheets, towels, a pillow, all those sorts of things, I would do this a little bit differently. First of all, they just had like a small roll carry-on bag, and I would have them bring just a slightly smaller suitcase, like a medium-sized suitcase, and then try to put all of their towels and all of that down inside. 2 towels is what they needed to bring, their sheets for a twin-size bed, and then they also had kind of like a blanket or a comforter with them. Just a real thin one works fine because it's hot down here. And also a pillow. One thing that I thought of in the future, if we ever needed to put everything in one suitcase so it was easy to roll, I could get pillows off of Amazon that had not been opened yet, and then open them up for them once they were there, or somehow arrange them in a space bag that they could open up. So that's an idea to kind of save some space if you're traveling for a distance. But since we were local, it worked for me to just stick everything down inside their laundry bag, so they had their laundry bag and their suitcase and all of that with them. Well, they did also order the flight suits, which were adorable, and they wore those throughout the week and then also at graduation, so it's really super cute. Natalie got like their flight suit sizing is a little bit different, so it's on a numbered sizing, but it's a little bit different. Isabella was a youth 18 because she's a little bit taller. Natalie was a youth 14, and that worked out well for both of them. So that was a really great souvenir, and now they have that as well. And they also got like a logbook and stuff like that at camp. But overall, it was a really exciting time. They both graduated the program at the end of the week, and we got some fun clips of that because they actually had a virtual graduation this year because of coming out of COVID and all of that was virtual, so we got to watch from home. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing a little bit about our Space Camp experience. The girls had a great week. They are already asking to go back again. I went to Space Camp a number of times when I was a child. It was an experience that I hold near and dear to my heart. In fact, I would say the 2 places that made the biggest impression on me as I was younger, I think you can probably guess what the first one was. Judging by even some of the things behind me, Disney, of course, well, Disney World specifically, was kind of my home away from home, and still is. But then also Space Camp. It was a really cool experience. It was the first time that I had gone that distance away from home. So I'd gone to Girl Scout camps, kind of, you know, a number of miles away from where I lived, but nothing out of state like that ever before for an overnight camp. This is the first time I'd ever gone out of state, that far away for a camp, and you really get to meet people that have similar interests as you do and really have a great time. So especially Isabella, who has a phone, and they both have like email addresses they were able to share and Facebook and all of that kind of stuff. They were able to trade that with their teammates, and it's really fun because she has been on the phone a few times, and I'm like, who are you talking to? And she's like, it's so-and-so from Space Camp. And I'm like, oh, that's a thing now. Because we had to do it the old-fashioned way, like exchange addresses and have pen pals. And for a number of years, I did keep in touch with a number of my teammates as time has gone on. You know, of course, we didn't keep in touch as much, but with the advent of the internet, it's really great that these kids now that are going can keep in touch with their teammates and carry on with them for even years to come. So both girls had a great time. We will absolutely do it again. I loved being able to schedule them both on the same week. If you're a parent, you're kind of wondering like, should I do 2 different weeks? Will it work out okay? We actually really loved them both going on the same week. Next year, Natalie wants to go to cyber camp, but she's not going to be old enough. Cyber camp starts at age 12. So the entry level camp for that is robotics. So I think she wants to go to robotics to try that out. And Isabella says she's staying with space. She wants to just do the space track. So she may actually go back to either Space Academy or come on a return trip to go to Advanced Academy. But both kids were super excited about the experience and had a really great time. So hopefully you had fun seeing our space camp surprise. They were so excited when they got their backpacks and found out they were going. It was really fun surprising them. They had a great week and it was a really cool way to kick off our summer. So it was like one of the first full weeks of our summer. And then our summer is just kind of gone from there. So I'll be back with more vlogs to fill you in on the rest of our summer, what we're going to be doing this summer, and what is in store for us coming up here in the next month or two. But those will be coming up here shortly. Let me know if you have any questions down below. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.